I am truly super honored to be here, and for me it's a great deal, it's a great thing to meet all those precious souls that are gathering for this amazing purpose of coming back to the sources, to the real true source, to the real beginning, to the ancient root of our soul, to the purpose of our existence. People that are seeking for the truth, people that are recovering from years of spiritual death, spiritual plagues, spiritual darkness, and finding their way in the dark with no guidings, with no support, with no friends, with no community, with no teachers, carving their ways with their own fingernails, barefoot, in the hardest weathers, in the hardest landscapes, looking for a spring of wisdom, of drop of truth, to bring back life to their engines, to their hearts. The Torah that's been given to us is also a book that holds huge amounts in very high quality of history, telling us what really happened with the nation of Israel, and before of that with the ancestors who revealed and found the Creator and looked for the real true faith and went all the way, dedicated their life and gave everything they had for that purpose, to follow the truth. And they found it, and it spoke to them from the fire, from the water, from the mountains. The Creator revealed Himself to people. But except for that amazing piece of history that we can enjoy and stabilize our faith based on that amazing testament that reveals and tells us above any doubt, and except for that, there is something spiritual in the Bible. There is a heavenly reflection of every individual's being that can be read in every moment in the Bible stories. And you, when you learn, when you read, when you investigate, when you try to find the Creator and the truth in the Bible, you can find yourself over there, in the verses, in the tales, in the stories, in the portions, in the characters, in the people, in the situations, in the arguments, in the fights, in the battles, in the wars, in the victories, in the losses, in the horrible pain, in the darkness of exile. You can find the reflection of your true being in that holy book. And that's the true purpose of following the Torah. The meaning of the word Torah is teaching. Torah means teaching. In the ancient language of Hebrew, Torah means teaching. The Torah is teaching you. The Torah came to teach you how you will find the truth. Now look at the world for a second. How can you look at the world from your own eyes? Can you look at the world from my eyes? No. Even if I'm going to tell you about what I see through my own eyes, you're going to hear it with your ears and going to process it with your mind and going to take it or not take it to your own heart based on your life wisdom and experience, and you're going to come to your own conclusions. Even if I was so honest and told you the truth, the bare truth, You will do something with it, and you're going to change it in your own mind. And not for the bad, might be for the good. But it won't be my experience in your heart, in your mind. You're going to process it. It's going to become something else. Because every individual, when you look at the world, you are the center of the creation. You're the central point of the world. And your friend is also. From his point, in reality, the world is surrounding him. For the good and for the bad. In every moment of your life, you are standing in the center of the creation, and the Creator that revealed Himself to you, and in an amazing and great way, especially reveals Himself to you from within, speaking to you from within, gives you the life and wisdom and feelings to know what to do, and your heart and your conscience and your logic are speaking to you from within and guiding you to walk and to go on a certain journey, when in reality, you and Him are the only thing exist. And when you nullify yourself to His will, there is nothing but Him. And you should respect your friend and to understand that he's experiencing a similar thing, exactly the same. And therefore, he is also the most important and precious person on earth. Because God is revealing Himself through your body, through your friend, through your loved ones as well. In the same time that He's revealing Himself through you. But think a little bit about the greatness of each and every single one of us. Who are we? You are a channel that shines godliness and nothing else but that. No matter how tall you are, how wise you are, how talented you are, how rich you are, how healthy you are, no matter how many connections and knowledge you have, it does not depend on that. The Creator created the creation in a certain nature that makes reality as it is. And He chose you also to shine His godly light down to earth, to the world, to the rest of His loved ones that are also about to shine His light and are already shining in a beautiful way. And there is no merit that is higher than that in the world. To be a messenger, a true soldier, a worshipper, a trooper, a servant, a holy person, a child, a son, a slave, whatever comes in your mind that suits you, whatever you feel that's right for you. To be that one that will deliver the godly light that's been treasured in you. And it's amazing. And it's a life mission. And it's an amazing opportunity to reveal such greatness that never been revealed before, because never in any generation, even in the most ancient ones, there was no one like you ever before. Never. You are a unique individual, one and only, handmade by the Creator, that been blessed by Him with qualities, with talents, with wisdom, with self-esteem, with amazing qualities, with gifts, with wisdom, with conclusions, with sensitivities, with love, with compassion, with passion, with many, many hopes and dreams and yearnings and desires, and they all need to be executed by you. When the redemption will come, when the holy face of heaven will be revealed to us completely, something so huge will happen that all our prayers will be answered in that time. Means that every one of us will rise to his completion, that all his dreams will come true, that all his hopes will be answered, that all his prayers will be seen in front of his eyes. If let's say that now my redemption is coming and all my prayers are being answered and I'm receiving everything I ever hoped for, it's not a complete redemption because you have your hopes. I could never think about that issue that you have in your house that you're praying for 7 years on that thing to be solved already. I'm sorry, I'm not able to think about that as well. I can want you to be happy, I can think about the general public of the world and to want them to be healthy and to rise and shine. Generally, I don't know that you have issues with that plumber for 7 years or 17 years that he still owes you that huge amount and you must go out of that pit already. I don't know that, but you do. And that's a scar that you carry. That's an issue that you're dealing with on a daily basis. You're stuck with that problem. It's not going nowhere until a salvation will come. So the salvation that will come, that is needed for every single one of us, is only the completion of the issues, the problems will be solved of every single one of people on earth, and all the animals, and all the insects, and all the birds, and all the fish, and all the grass, and all the trees, and all the flowers, also the weather, the air particles, they need salvation. The ocean, the water itself needs the Redeemer. They need a salvation. Everyone needs a salvation. Every part of the creation is still sick and broken and in the dark. So for that needs a salvation, a redemption. And the redemption that will come will be the completion of all of our individuals' prayers. And therefore we need to wake up ourselves, in the mornings and in the noon times. We need to shake ourselves and to remind ourselves, hey, wake up to remember that you have a potential, that you have a dream, that you cannot let go of your hopes and the hopes of your parents and your grandparents and your great-grandparents, and it goes till the beginning of history, the beginning of time, to people that were working hard and begging for goodness and praying for wonders, and honest people, the sages and the holy pillars that gave us the Torah and opened the path and carved the way for us to know that there is a Creator. All those holy ones that are still asleep in the dust, that are still dead and waiting for the resurrection of the dead, their eyes are on us, for us to bring the redemption. Every generation that the temple has not been built in its days is like the generation that the temple been destroyed in its days. It means that we are today still not building it, but we can and we should. And it's not to bring stones, boulders, rocks, and to start climbing to Jerusalem. The third temple is the building of prayer, is the house of prayer, is a spiritual place that lives inside your heart. And when your heart will be united with the one you pray to, then we're going to see physical changes happening in the world. And if you ask me, in every single class I give, I see those changes taking place, because new people are coming every single time. And people that are coming in the second time are coming with more motivation and with an increased will and with more hopes and with more settled mind, and they're more stable and they know more what they're looking for. And even if they go through hard times in their lives, and even if they are facing huge challenges, I see in front of me warriors. I see people that does not understand the meaning of despair. That's what I see. I tell you the truth. I have thousands of students that I'm not better than them. I see that in your eyes. I see that in their eyes. I see that in their messages. People are saying the truth. People are looking for the truth. People are looking for the hard truth and they're willing to deal with it. People are investigating. People are seeking for it. And when I'm asking myself, why in the world they're doing that? Why? What do you have to look and search for those things? What in the world bring you to search for the Creator? Me, I know myself. I'm nuts. I'm crazy. I have a problem. I know that from very early age. I'm a lunatic. In reality, I'm crazy. I'm mad. I don't know what I'm doing. I can't stop. I have that inner urge that is pushing me and kicking me out of bed. I don't know how not to. I don't know how not to. How can I lie to myself in those things that are so important? Like when you hear the truth, okay, you don't investigate. Okay, you're too lazy, but like someone is coming and tells you the truth. The hardcore truth tells you like, listen, there is a Creator. From the moment I heard there is a Creator, my life would never be the same. That day changed my life. I had one day, specific day, that shift my life to another dimension. Like since that moment, something happened to me. I mentioned it few times already in my classes. One time I was talking to a friend when I was a soldier in the IDF, thankful, very happy to have that merit, was a soldier serving the army. And when I was there, in one of the conversations with one of the believers, one of people that were religious, me, I was not a believer, I didn't have faith, I had maybe some sparks in me. Probably. I was not religious, I was not observant, I did not believe in God. I was too busy for those nonsense. Excuse my French. In reality, I was not into spirituality. I was not looking for Hashem. I couldn't care less about those things. But that person came to me and told me, listen, the Bible and this and that, and you should think about it, and maybe it exists, and maybe really it happened, and maybe really, like he started talking with me and he gave me something to think of. And I took his word seriously. And while I was walking in one of those days, with those thoughts of our deep conversations about God, I'm thinking about something that unfortunately, but maybe it's not so important, but unfortunately I don't remember what was that specific thought was, but I was thinking about something that we were just talking about. I'm wondering about it while I'm walking, and suddenly a question came to my mind, and a person is coming toward me, and he just simply answering my question. Like I'm going with a question in my mind, and that person is coming to me and he answers my question. And I'm looking at him, and like it was 22 years ago, it was before all those crazy movies of today. Like today, like you see that in the movies all the time. But when I was a child, the TV was still black and white. So like I have some gray hairs. Rod reminded. Thank you, Rod. Thank you for reminding me of my gray hairs. Thank you. It's not enough to deal with my bald every morning. I need to also like for you. You can have it. It's easy for you to say.
Yeah, exactly.
Back then, that option of someone answering my thoughts was not exist in my mind. It was not in my wildest imagination that it can happen. And since that moment that I pay attention and I said to myself like, whoa, something weird happened here, more and more things like that started to happen on daily basis in my life, and it is still happening until now, and it's not stopping. And not only that it's not stopping in my life, the Creator gave me tools and abilities to wake up and to shine that deep understanding into the heart of others, that they're paying attention to that amazing supervision on their own lives as well because of my talkings, because of my conversations. And this is the most amazing thing in the world that happens. I think we have an issue with the mic over there. Okay, we're enjoying sounds issues today. In reality, we are dealing with life that are spiritual. And the problem is that the evil inclination of ours, the Yetzer Hara, all that time tried to distract our thoughts from that true purpose of our existence, for us to be bothered and busy and occupied and lose our ways by being distracted after physical things. Your money, your house, your plumber, your friends, your company, your issues, your health, your back, your hip, your mind, your hair, Rod's hair. Every moment of your life you're busy in something else. For what? For one reason. To distract your thoughts from the purpose of your life. To work from that central point of your being to become a better person. To connect yourself to the truth that shines within you, within every individual, like we said before. Because every individual is the complete reflection of the Creator. You don't need to be different for the Creator to shine through you. In reality, look at the nature of the creation that you live in. You are the center of the world. It doesn't mean that you need to be self-centered. It doesn't mean that people need to serve you or help you. It means that you need to be there for others, maybe. It's better for you to understand that you are a central point, a source of power, an endless spring of opportunities to give and to love and to care and to support and to organize and to assist and to share and to hold and to support in all ways. You can become that one that you desire. You can take as much responsibility as you want. But you need first of all to understand the quality of your soul, to understand the purpose of your body. A person can walk on earth and hating himself and blaming himself. I have a friend, a student that lives in Europe, that he hates his existence. And I'm asking him why? Because he's not accepted as a Jew. And he's not accepted. The rabbis over there cannot understand and accept for sure the evidence that he's bringing. And they are telling him that if he wants to convert, it's going to be a whole process. Whatever. Community over there is very tight. And he feels that until he will convert, he is out. And ask me what I think about it. I think that it's the biggest nonsense I ever heard in my life. It's not important for you to convert now at all. If it would be the purpose of your life, you would be in it. You would flow into it. It would happen to you. If you see that something else is going on with you, now you're going to say, no, those are obstacles. If you wouldn't be in such a low level of sadness and despair, if I would see a warrior, if I would see someone that is motivated, someone that is pushing, someone that is crossing lands to achieve his goal, okay, I would say, go for it. I see you have passion. Your heart is a flame of fire. But if it kills you, if it destroys you, if it drains out the power and happiness and joy from life, your passion, your smiles away from you, so listen, something is wrong in your mission. You're heading the wrong direction. You think that you're not worthy because you're not Jewish, or because people are saying that you're not Jewish? And let's say that you're not Jewish. Do you know that all the tribe of Asher are not Jewish? Do you know that all the tribe of Dan are not Jewish? Do you know that all the tribe of Zvulun, of Issachar, of Naphtali, do you know that all the 10 tribes, and we're talking about hundreds of millions of people, are not Jewish? Do you know that? Do you know that you might be one of the children of Yosef? Do you know that you can be a child of Ephraim? Do you know that you can be a child of Menashe? Do you understand how great you are by being only the son of Menashe or Ephraim? Can you realize how important you are? Now me, I'm a Jew. What does it make me? Does it make me better than you? If Jew is called a Jew because he's the son of Yehuda, and Yehuda was the brother of Asher, so if I'm not respecting my uncle and my cousins, so who am I? A piece of garbage. If I don't have respect to my siblings, to my uncles and my cousins, so who am I? A piece of trash. If a Jewish person is not able to recognize his siblings around him in the nations, blend in the world, with different color of faces, with different accents, with different customs, with different cultures, with different history because of an exile that took place 3,000 years ago. What do you want? You want those ones not to be accepted today because that 3,000 years ago their ancestors sinned? Who are you, the devil? Those are your siblings that are calling for help. Those are the lost souls that are screaming from the depths of exile, of darkness. Not to accept them, it's to cut your own hand. It's to cut all your, like 80% of your body. It's to shoot yourself in the head. You want to go and praise yourself. Oh, you don't know. Today I finished Shas. Today I learned the Gemara. Today I did this. Today I did that. I'm amazing. I'm a scholar. I'm learning. I'm Jewish. I'm a Chassid. I'm Litvish. I'm this. I'm Ashkenazi. I'm Sfaradi. I'm waking up Chatzot. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. Listen. Okay, fantastic, very impressive. You wake up Chatzot, middle of the night. You go to the mikveh. You put your tefillin, Rashi and Rabbeinu Tam. You do such amazing things. Really, 7 hours a day you're learning. Fantastic. But listen. 10 out of 12 of your brothers didn't came back home from the war. And they're still hidden and being held behind the enemy lines over there, and their parents are worried, and they are your parents as well, and you on daily basis coming and telling your parents how great you do in school. Are you nuts? Are you out of your mind? The mission is to cross the border and to bring them back home. And if it took thousands of years for us to wake up for that amazing moment, and because of those thousands of years, they themselves don't even remember who they are, because we're talking about the great-great-great-grandchildren of those people who went to the war 3,000 years ago. And they can think today that they are Christians, and they can think today that they are Buddhists, and they can think that they are Muslim, and they can think that they don't have faith at all, and that they are like free people, modern people, high-tech people, business people, nonsense people. They just don't recognize the amazing quality of their soul. And you know why Jewish people can't recognize you guys? I'll tell you why. Because they don't recognize their own soul. When you find your soul, you can see the similarity of that passion that lives inside of you in your brothers. And then he's a brother of yours. She's a sister of yours. With no connection to her Caucasian, to her family, to her community, to her language. Who cares? It's my cousin. And if I don't recognize that in him, in them, so I'm lost. And for that we need to wake up our own selves to understand there is a war outside. And we need to remind ourselves for the fact that we are warriors, that we are soldiers. And everyone should take the weapon of prayer and weapon of qualities and talents and abilities and sources he has, and to invest it into the fight. To redeem those ones who are in prison. To save those ones who are captive. Those that are behind. Those that are terrified. Those that from the fear and trauma forgot their identity already. Like Holocaust survivors that came out of the camp and soldiers asked them, "What's your name?" And he said, "I don't know." "Okay, where do you came from? What country you came from?" "I don't remember. I don't know." Brothers, sisters, you have blank. The trauma makes the person sick. The trauma makes the person weak. His mind became blank. He don't know who he is. He was lost. What are you asking me? She was 5 years old when she ran from the Nazis. There was a huge fire. They ran to the forest. She lost everything. She was facing reality of hunger and pain and fear, anxieties. She was chased by people. Elder people from her tribe, from her community, were selling the children for money. She was running away from the ones she was counting on 1 hour ago. She lost her mind. And after the war, 7 years of war, she found herself in the US. She decided that she will start a new page. She didn't want it remembering the past. She doesn't want to hear about the history. She don't want to know where she belongs to. It wakes up memories that she cannot stand. She wants to die when she hears about the history. She wants to go to Walmart. She wants to go to Michael's. She wants to make her shoppings close to the house. She wants to be busy, some art craft. She's going to painting classes. She's doing things. She's good. She has her health insurance today. She's happy. Everything is cool. Don't shake my boat. Don't rock my boat. I want to be good. I'm smoking a little bit. I'm drinking a little bit. Nice TV, news, prime time. Oh, the elder brother, Ach Gadol. She's happy. Good things happens in her life. Do you want to wake her up? Or you want just to hug her and to let her be? Can you respect their desire to be scared? To be afraid? We need to bring them home. And home is where your heart is at. Home is where you feel loved. We need to love them. And for that we need to love ourselves. If you still don't love yourself, you cannot love others. Ve'ahavta le'reacha kamocha. You should love your friend like you love yourself. If you don't love yourself, you can never know how to love your neighbor. There's no way in the world you're going to know how to love your neighbor when you hate yourself. When you blame yourself for the color of your skin. Excuse me. For the accent of yours. For the shape of your eyebrows. For your eyelashes. For the number of your shoes. For the community that you belong to. For the way you dress. For the way you talk. For the fact you don't remember. Things happened to you and brought you to that place that you're at right now. There's a reason for your creation. You're unaware of that reason. You're not attached to the truth of your mission, of your path, of your journey. There is a reason why you are here and not in another place. Why you're born to that family and not to another. If you would know history, the history of your family, you would understand how exactly you came here, to born here, to come to the world here, in that reality. And if you would know how precious you are in the eyes of God, how amazing and fantastic you are, and how proud He is of you, as you are, we would all run after Him like lions that doesn't know what fear means, that doesn't know the meaning of despair and sadness. We would overpower all our enemies and we would win the war and bring all our siblings back to safe, to the promised land. May the Creator answer our prayers in no time. Ba'agalau bizman kariv, and we're all going to say Amen. Amen. Thank you so much.